Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back to the second candle review of the day. I hope you are having a great Sunday so far. If you missed it a little earlier, I uploaded my thoughts on the Country Candle Lemon Tea and Roses fragrance. If you are at all interested in picking that one up, either in the large or the medium jar, please watch my review first. I will link it in the description box down below. I am having some burn issues with that particular fragrance that I'm not having with any of the other new releases for spring summer 2024. So definitely watch that video. That way you are at least informed about what could potentially happen with your candle. I don't know if this is going to be an issue across the board with all of those lemon tea and rose fragrances or candles, if you will, but I think it's important to just be informed of, you know, the problem so you can make an informed choice there. In this video, we are going to go ahead and talk about the Country Candle Sand and Santal fragrance. I will link where to shop with Kringle Candle in the description box down below. I want to let you guys know that I did also receive this one as PR from Kringle, so I did not pay for it. I do have an affiliate discount code with Kringle, and from time to time we do receive fragrances to be able to share our thoughts with you. So I just want to be upfront about the fact that I did not pay for this one. All opinions are still my own. So anyway, check out the description box. There is that discount code down there that will save you 15% off of the purchase of these new candles. They are not included in any sales as of right now. I say this in a lot of these videos when these fragrances are first released. Kringle tends to not put the new fragrances on sale for the first month or two. So I do anticipate that at some point within the next few weeks that these new fragrances will go on some type of special, but right now the only discount you can get is either an affiliate discount code, mine is Melanie15, or if you have rewards, you can certainly put your rewards towards these new fragrances as well. There's no restrictions there at all. So anyway, check out the description box. There's going to be quite a bit of information down there, so feel free to check that out if you're interested. All right, Sand and Santal. Let's go ahead and get started with the scent description, the fragrance notes, and then we will move into strength and throw and overall burn quality. And I will tell you right now, this one has burned flawlessly from the get-go. I actually had this one going for like, oh my gosh, I think it was like over 20 hours one day, and it didn't die. And it did not turn into like a sooty, disgusting mess either. So I'm really pleased, especially with the performance of this one. But I will tell you right now, please don't burn any candle for like 20 hours. I feel like that's a safety issue. Follow the directions that are usually listed on the bottom of the candle. A lot of candle companies include like the recommended burn time. This was a case of me forgetting to blow this out before going to bed. Yeah. Huge safety concern there. So I like to put those safety reminders out there because we are playing with fire here. And the worst thing in the world is if something goes wrong and your house catches on fire and God forbid you are sleeping when that happens. So please remember your candle's safety. All right. Sand and Santal. Drift away to a serene coastal haven with the gentle allure of aquatic notes and citrus, as the whispers of neroli and coconut create a tranquil escape, resting on a soft base of lily and musk that invites you to embrace the essence of seaside serenity. Doesn't that just want to, like, I just want to go to the beach. I'm not even a beach person, but that description makes me want to go to the beach. All right, the top notes here are aquatic and citrus. The mid notes are neroli and coconut, and then the base is lily and musk. So what do I smell here? First of all, when I first stuck my nose in this on cold sniff, I was a little bit ambivalent about the fragrance. Not that I disliked it, but it also wasn't one of those that like grabbed my attention right away. Maybe like the ice cream sandwiches or the cake pops or the bananas Foster did. This one, it wasn't until I lit it that I was like, I think I really like this. I'm not usually attracted to these beachy types of fragrances, but I do love me some coconut and I love me some neroli, and they are really quite present in this particular scent, and they come out a lot more when you light this one up. So if you're curious about this one, I would definitely recommend starting with either one of their daylights, which is essentially just a large votive, or their wax melts to be able to experience it. So far, I have only burned this large jar here, but I will say, I think I might have to get the wax melts for this one. It's really, really quite lovely. I expect the wax melts to have the same like fragrance as the candles once you put the wax into one of your warmers. So let's get back to the fragrance notes here. Okay, so I mentioned that I pick up quite a bit of neroli and coconut. And honestly, I think the aquatic, which is to me kind of like that beachy, like salty ocean air type of smell, that, the neroli, the coconut, and the musk are the fragrance notes that I notice the most in here. The neroli is really well done because I don't think it's the most prominent note. I think it's actually the coconut here that I'm smelling more than anything else. It's not an edible coconut. It's definitely more of like that suntan lotion type of coconut vibe. But the neroli is so pretty. And combine that with that aquatic note, so that salty ocean air type of note. This, honestly, it smells like you're walking onto like a classic like white sand beach. Like the picture that's on this label, I don't think could be more accurate for this specific scent. I will say, I don't pick up even an ounce of citrus here. And thankfully I don't smell any lily. Lily to me, so I was a florist for over a decade, and a lot of the times when I worked with lilies, there's lots of different types of lilies, obviously, but the ones that I predominantly worked with were, you know, like the stargazer lilies, a lot of the types of lilies that you see in like funeral arrangements. Lilies, for whatever reason, are huge for funeral arrangements. And so to me, whenever I smell lily, I don't think, oh, beautiful floral note. I think that smells like a funeral home. I don't smell lily in this at all, really any type of lily. So I'm happy to say that it's just not there for me. If you do like lily, I don't know, maybe your nose will pick that up, but I'm just not smelling it at all. I think maybe I got a tiny whiff of it on cold sniff, but not so much when it's burning. Now the musk, I will say there is just an overall kind of, I would almost say like sandalwood musk type of note here, or like a driftwood musk type of note. This doesn't smell woody per se, but there is this kind of like woody muskiness that runs throughout this as well. And I do think it makes sense within the fragrance. I think sandalwood and oftentimes driftwood certainly pair really well with these more beachy type fragrances. So that's what I am picking up here. And I like it. This is where the musk really makes sense. And it doesn't just act as like a supporting note, like it's an actual note that you can detect within the candle. It's not a dirty musky smell, or like it doesn't smell like musty, if you will. Like it doesn't smell wet or anything like that. It's just that beautiful, almost perfumey type of muskiness. And I do think overall this fragrance does come across as maybe like a beachy, slightly perfumey coconut type of fragrance, but it's really nice, you guys. I don't know that this is one where I would feel like I would personally have to hoard it. I have a few other coconut candles that I think I like a little bit more, even from Kringle Candle, but I think this is a great take on a beautiful beachy summertime scent where if you live at the beach, or you have a beach house, or you're going on vacation to a beach house, maybe you have an Airbnb that you're planning on hitting up this summer, get this in the wax melts, bring along a warmer. I think this would be so beautiful in a beach house. Like it's actually one of my goals someday to own a beach house at the Oregon coast. This is the type of scent that I would wholeheartedly just have going all summer long if I owned a beach house personally. It's really lovely and really enjoyable, and I would say go for it if you're interested in it. I've had a really great burn experience with this one, but before we get to that part, let's talk strength and throw. This one is a solid performer, you guys. I would say a medium plus, if you will, in terms of strength and throw. The strength I would put at a 7. I would actually put the throw at between like a 7 to 7.5. It does travel quite far. It doesn't fill up the entirety of the downstairs of my house here, but it does definitely travel a little bit from room to room. Honestly, it does the best out here in the entryway, but the airflow right here is just so perfect for kind of swirling everything around all of the rooms in the downstairs. But this is not one where I feel like I have to put it in a hurricane to get the type of strength and throw that I really want. I do think you can amp this one up. I haven't used it really in a hurricane a whole lot. I have had it in the entryway here a couple times, and like I said, it can get amped up a little bit, but I just don't feel like this one needs that. By the way, the only reason that I don't have the like the glass portion of the hurricane on here is because it's really dirty and full of fingerprints right now. If you're wondering what this whole like base situation is, so that wood base is the wood base for the Pottery Barn Sherborne Hurricane. If you've watched any of my other videos from the last month, I have featured it quite a bit. The little pedestal that you see, that white, you know, tropical leaf type of situation that's there, that's actually a Homeworks candle pedestal from a few years ago. So I pair that with the Sherborne Hurricane, oh my gosh, I'm struggling with my words right now. I like pairing this particular pedestal with this hurricane. Oh my gosh, get it right, Melanie. Sorry. I'm having a really hard time here with the word hurricane. But yeah, anyway, that's the moral of that story. Let's talk burn performance. That's what we need to get to here. It's perfect, you guys. Like I said, I had this sucker going for 20 hours one day, and it did not dud out on me, and it did not get sooty. I have not touched this at all really since lighting it for the first time in terms of trimming wicks or anything like that. Look at how good these wicks are doing. Now, typically I would like to do a little like, well, maybe I can do it up here. I like to do a little swipe on the lid to show you like any soot accumulation or anything like that. There's just none. I can't really go under this lip here because this gets quite hot, you guys. This is very, very warm when it's burning. But look at those nice tall flames. Those are obviously very different from the flames that we saw in the last video. So again, please watch my review of Lemon Tea and Roses if you're interested in it, because that is the only one out of these 6 new fragrances that were released for Country Candle this year that is having any issues with the wicks. If you're not familiar, Kringle did just go through a wick changeover with Country Candle. Personally, I'm having a great experience with these new wicks. I know some people are a little bit weary of them, but honestly, I think they provide an even cleaner burn, and I think that they don't require any maintenance. Like, I have not wiped these wicks with a paper towel to get any like extra carbon residue off. I'm just not finding that it's collecting that much carbon on there. It's not discoloring the wax at all, and I don't even feel like I need to trim these wicks. Like, they just are kind of, I would say, self-trimming, if you will. So definitely worth checking this one out if you are at all interested in the fragrance. Let me know if you picked this one up in the comments down below and what your experience is thus far and what format you ended up getting it in. But for me, I really like this scent, and I think, again, once the wax melts go on a sale, this is one where I would bring home some of those wax melts to be able to enjoy more of this throughout the summer. And I may even consider purchasing like a medium jar or something to have on hand. It's not one of those like super go-to types of fragrances for me, but I am really enjoying it. Let me know if you have any questions about this one. Be sure to check out the description box right below this video for some additional information. I appreciate you being here. Stay tuned for the last candle review that will go live a little bit later on today. It will be of a new Homeworks fragrance for spring-summer 2024. I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.